He is one of 5 surviving quadruple amputees from the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, and a badass and a hero in every aspect of the word. Here with me now is that brave man, author of Tough as They Come, retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills. Travis, thank you for being here.
I appreciate it. Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And of course, thank you for your service to our nation.
Thank you so much. I got to be honest, I got back from the gym and I haven't had time to put a polo on because my daughter and me were playing, and I feel really bad. I lost track of time, so I do apologize.
It is totally fine. I noticed your wedding ring around your neck, and I thought it was beautiful. And I also, your daughter in that video, she's precious. How old is she now?
She's 4. She's 4 now.
She's 4. Can you tell us a little bit more about your story?
Absolutely. So I went on my 3rd deployment. I was in the 82nd Airborne Division. Walking along, like you said, I had the minesweeper go up. The gentleman that was one of my soldiers sweep the up and down, put my bag down. When the bag hit the ground, immediately ripped off my, the ID went off, ripped off my right arm, my right leg, disintegrated, never found. My left leg, a couple pieces of tendon and muscle holding it on, so they duct taped that to my thigh eventually. And my left arm was still there, but my wrist was blown out. So I raided my LT on my hand mic and said, hey, I just hit a bomb. I need you to send your medics over with mine. And then as they sent the medics over, they're working on me. I told them, save my guys, leave me alone. Like, don't worry about it, because I didn't think I was going to make it anyway. And I don't know, I just went to the hospital. I was on the hospital table. They were telling me, like, to stay calm, and I kept telling them, quit touching me, I'm fine. And they knocked me out, took my pants off. My left leg came with it. I became a triple amputee. And then 2 days later, they cut my hand off. And then on April 14th, on my 25th birthday, I woke up for the first time in Germany to find out that I was a quadruple amputee from my brother-in-law.
Now, what was going through your mind when this was happening? Is it all a blur, or do you remember what you thought when this was happening?
I was awake the whole time. I just thought, you know, I'm not really in charge of if I live or die. The only thing I can do is keep myself calm, and I can try to keep everybody else around me calm. So the medic, the second one that came up, Doc Voice, was saying, you're going to be fine, Sergeant Mills. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. And I just told him, like, hey, Doc, be quiet. Like, it's calm. Like, it's cool. Just do your job, and we'll see how this turns out. And I was awake the whole time until they knocked me out on the operating table, I guess.
Now, most everyone who has an experience of extreme hardship like this, whether it's something similar to you or something different, they have a moment of clarity where they make the active choice not to be bitter about what's happened to them, but to make the most of what they have left or what they have been given. Can you share with us a little bit about when your moment of clarity happened and the choice that you made?
Absolutely. So I arrived at Walter Reed April 17th. It wasn't the hallmark moment of seeing my wife that you might see in movies. My sutures ripped open, so I had to yell, like, sign the paper. So she had to sign off for her to cut 2 more inches off of my right leg. And then I went right into surgery to cut those off, the inches off. Came out the next day, and when I saw her, I just said, Kelsey, you don't have to put up with this. Like, I understand, like, if you want to take Chloe, take the house, the cars, all the money we have, and go, like, you don't have to put up with this. I used to be 250 pounds, 6'3", and now I'm, you know, cut off at the legs, right about at the knees with no hands, 140 pounds. You didn't sign up for this. And she said, that's not how this works at all. And, you know, she was a little frustrated. I even said something so ridiculous. And I said, you don't have to do this. She said, no, we're going to do this together. And then my little girl's laying on my chest, squeezing my nose and playing around, giggling, laughing. I thought I was going to look like a monster to her. But nope, bandages, tubes out of my neck and my face and on all my wounds, going into wound vac machine. She was just playing, squeezing my nose. And, you know, once I had them by my side and I got my pain under control, and I met a guy that was in the same situation that was up and walking, he said, you're going to be fine. You just got to be patient. And after that, I took it on as a job. And I thought the more independent I get, the better off I can be. So, I mean, today, I went to the gym. I took my daughter to school. I picked up breakfast for my wife and I earlier on the trampoline all afternoon with my daughter. You know, I can do a backflip on the trampoline, believe it or not. And I guess I'm just thankful to still be around, thinking about the people that didn't make it home.
Well, it sounds like your wife is a wonderful woman in that the support of her and your daughter. You're a very lucky man. Now, you founded a group, your organization, the Travis Mills Group. Can you tell us a little bit about the mission of that group?
Well, I have the Travis Mills Group where I go around and speak throughout the nation to different companies and things like that. But I have the Travis Mills Foundation, my 501c3, where I bring up different traumatically injured vets that are no longer wounded, because I don't consider myself a wounded warrior. I'm just a guy that got hurt. I previously was wounded. Now I'm just a guy with scars. So I bring them up in their families and show them how to kayak, canoe, boat, swim, fish, tube, literally anything and everything that they could ever want to do independently with being there with their families and knowing they don't have to live life on the sidelines and they can get out there and still get after it. And that's a big reason why I wrote the book. I was just able to go meet people in their rooms at Walter Reed. Like, I was shown that same courtesy. Then I was able to go to the Boston bombing victims, and I was able to go meet people in other hospitals. And before you know it, my story was just touching a lot of people's lives, because it's not a sob story. It's just a story to help people know that they can get through any traumatic injury. So we wrote the book based on that, and it's doing very well, and I'm hoping to just affect people in a positive way.
Now, your book, as you mentioned, is called Tough as They Come. Where can people go to find and purchase and read this book?
Well, they can find it anywhere, really, any big retailer, but they can go to travismills.org, find out anything and everything about me, and I would appreciate that. And we answer all emails. And like I said, I feel like I'm underdressed. I do apologize, but thanks for helping me promote this.
Sure, and let me just confirm for our viewers, that's travismills.org?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, I encourage everyone who's watching this to visit that website, buy his book. He has an incredible story and is an incredible man. Travis, I appreciate you coming on. You're welcome anytime on the show.